Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! The greatest honor of my life was bringing nostalgia to Descendants of Zombies, and how much and forever and always it's meant to my heart, and being able to share in my stories with each and every one of you of what inspires me to be a fan of Descendants of Zombies, because these are moments that I will never ever forget that I got to share with each and every one of you. It's become very apparent to me that my nostalgic feel that I bring to Descendants of Zombies resonates with everybody. There have been several reaction videos uploaded that have referenced my nostalgia when it comes to Descendants of Zombies, and I just want to say thank you so much for recognizing that. For those of you who have been subscribed to this YouTube channel for a very long time, my gray hairs are very apparent, and I've been around for a very long time. But being around for a very long time presents a very nostalgic feel to these videos, which I've loved doing for everybody who's been a fan of Descendants of Zombies. I've been around a lot longer than many of you have been alive, and I've been producing videos for up to 3,000 videos over the last at least 25 years. And it's become the greatest honor of my life being able to sit in this chair and push record, never knowing what I'm going to say each time that I push record and prepare a video about Descendants of Zombies, because I speak with an open heart and an open mind, and I have no expectations for every video that I ever upload, never knowing how many views I'm going to get, how many people are going to hit my like button to represent my nostalgic feel for Descendants of Zombies. I've been watching Descendants of Zombies ever since I was 25 years old. I watched Descendants for the first time when I was 25, and I was first introduced to people like Dove Cameron, Sophia Carson, Cameron Boyce, who we all missed dearly, who will forever and always hold a special place in our hearts. God rest his soul. I miss him dearly, and I love to record reaction videos about how I feel about Cameron Boyce to pay tribute to his legacy that he's left behind, that he's forever and always cemented and solidified, because that has a lot to do with why I'm here. I'm here to solidify your favorite stars' legacies, because they deserve to have legacies left behind long after their time has passed us by, because I think that we all have legacies that represent us and go on to define us. And that's what I forever and always wanted to be remembered for having done, showcasing your favorite Disney and Nickelodeon stars for how they've been truly meant to be represented. When it comes to Kylie Cantrell, I've taken exception to seeing tears in her eyes. I think that is completely unacceptable, and it's unnecessary, because Kylie Cantrell is a beautiful person, and I haven't shied away from sharing with each and every one of you how I felt about how Kylie Cantrell has been treated. And more recently, Freya Skye dropping this single silent treatment, telling us all how she feels she's been treated over the past number of years by somebody in her life. We don't know who that is, but I want Freya Skye to know that regardless of how she feels about how she was wronged, she is a beautiful person. She's just letting us know how she feels. And I think a lot of people try to do that every single day, because all a girl ever wants is to achieve acceptance in her life and to be loved by everybody and to make everybody happy around her. And I think more guys, if they realize that and will put that in perspective, I think this world will be a more comforting place. Unfortunately, a lot of guys don't take exception to that kind of thing, and I think that everybody is beautiful in their own right. And I think this song has done a fabulous job illustrating that and putting that forth for every video that I've ever uploaded when it comes to reaction videos and reacting to the silent treatment music video. There are people who will just record 7-minute long reaction videos where they're just listening to the song, and for 3 minutes of the 6 minutes they record a reaction video for silent treatment, they say nothing at all. At least if you're going to record a video telling me how you feel about the silent treatment music video, do just that. Tell me how you feel. Tell me how you feel represented by this song, how it defines your legacy. Because the legacy is what you forever and always leave behind, and what you're going to be remembered for having done and left behind in your lifetime. Because, you see, I've always had a fear of being forgotten about, and I've never ever wanted to be forgotten about. But you guys have ensured that I will never ever be forgotten for how I've shared my stories with you about how I felt inspired by a beautiful franchise, like many years ago, many moons ago, when I felt inspired by the original High School Musical trilogy because of Troy Bolton and Gabriela Montez's beautiful story. They were one of the most revered power couples of all time, and then came Zed and Addison, which eventually spun off into Victor and Nova, Freya Skye and Malachi Burton, who still have a long way to go. But that's what I'm so excited about and so intrigued by, is that they still have a long way to go, like we all do. And we all eventually find our place in our world, and I think that we all have a place to find in this world. It may take us longer than some people to find our place in the world, but it has everything to do with the love and support we receive from the friends that we surround ourselves with, that come into our lives unexpectedly and change our lives in so many unimaginable ways. And I think people like Freya Skye have forever and always been appreciative of these moments, because she got to share in these moments with each and every one of you. Like at the Worlds Collide Tour, that forever and always resonated with me. And I noticed that about the performance of Gold's Gone when she had this emotional breakdown on stage. Experiencing this was unlike anything I'd ever had the chance to review in my lifetime, and I've reviewed a lot of different things and a lot of different moments in history that I will never ever forget. But this was a moment in history that we were all a part of that we are never ever going to forget. And my heart really went out to Freya Skye for how she felt appreciative of that moment, and she felt appreciative of releasing this single silent treatment because she wanted to let everybody know how she was feeling about a person that came into her life and unexplainably vanished without giving her a reason. I think this happens more often than enough than ever given credit for, and a lot of people can't make sense about the things going on around them, but that doesn't mean that you're not a beautiful person. And that's something that I've never ever wanted any of you that have subscribed to this YouTube channel to forget, because you guys draw inspiration from Descendants and Zombies in so many unbelievable ways, and ways that I can't even fathom to imagine. You guys love to draw your favorite characters. You're YouTubing it all the time. You love to, bake things based off Descendants and Zombies recipes. It's really cool, the innovative videos that you guys upload, and you spend time with your friends because you're sharing the same passions for Descendants and Zombies. And the one thing that I notice all the time in the videos that are uploaded, it's probably 3 or 4 really good friends that hang out all the time. And that's what's so beautiful, is that friendships can resonate and really relate to the stories of Descendants and Zombies, given how powerful these franchises became because of the stories that represented each individual franchise from Descendants to Zombies. It was really a beautiful experience for me, having the honor to meet so many wonderful people who drew inspiration continuously from Descendants and Zombies. The Halloween costumes, the music, the powerful script, the dolls that you guys collect that you probably have a shelf designated for in your room, which is really, really beautiful. I think it's really cool because years ago I used to have a passion for collecting professional wrestling action figures, and pretty much every wrestler that you could think of had an action figure and different variations of it. So over the years, I would develop a collection of wrestling action figures and video games. Over the years, as you see there in the back, I have every PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 video game. I spoke on nostalgic feel earlier on in this show, and I really do represent nostalgic feel with every PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 video game in existence. The Sonic the Hedgehog back there, I felt very passionate about it, and I've showcased it in every video that I've uploaded. I may not have the Descendants and Zombies merchandise, but that doesn't mean that I'm not a fan, because everybody represents Descendants and Zombies in a very different way. And if I tell you I've watched the Descendants and Zombies franchises over 1,000 times, if not 1,000,000, I most certainly have. And if you're wondering if I've loved Descendants and Zombies for what feels like forever, I most certainly have indeed. And I've felt very intrigued and inspired by these beautiful characters that have represented each and every one of you so phenomenally, that have gave you incentive, that you've drawn inspiration from. So because of that, I wanted to showcase it in a very different way from every other YouTuber who acknowledges my nostalgic feel that I bring to Descendants and Zombies, which, by the way, I can never seem to thank you guys enough for noticing that I've been around for a very long time. I can remember when Jessica Simpson first broke into the music industry. She got her first record deal at 16 years old. And I remember being very fond of Jessica Simpson, still thinking she had a long way to go at just 16 years old, and she had this opportunity presented to her by the Disney company. She was a part of all the Christmas Day celebrations. She performed at many Christmas Day celebrations for Disney. Herself and her sister did, and they were very appreciative of every moment they were ever a part of. And I think that it all started with people like Britney Spears from the Mickey Mouse Club, Christina Aguilera from the Mickey Mouse Club, Justin Timberlake, eventually becoming Jessica Simpson. And I remember Jessica Simpson being very fond of her. I had the Jessica Simpson poster in my room, and she was one of the first celebrities that I, felt very intrigued by and felt very inspired by and felt so honored to review. And then came Lindsay Lohan, and I saw the criticism Lindsay was receiving, and I wanted to give more of a chance to Lindsay Lohan than perhaps ever before. And that eventually became Kylie Cantrell, which I can never seem to thank each and every one of you enough for, because this love and support that you've shown for Kylie Cantrell is unlike anything that I've ever experienced in my lifetime. Thank you so much for being there for Kylie Cantrell every step of the way, and showing her incentive, showing her purpose in life, because I think she's really been trying to figure out a place in the world, and just because she can't figure out a place in the world doesn't give anybody the right to criticize her. I think if we're going to post videos about Kylie Cantrell, we should post videos of incentive about Kylie Cantrell that she can draw inspiration from, because some of her greatest friends were each and every one of her fans who have never left her side. Again, thank you guys so much for that, because you guys have been there every step of the way for Kylie Cantrell. You've shown so much emotional support for Kylie Cantrell, because you believed in quality control and every character that she's represented. I do apologize, guys. I've been suffering from some kind of cold over the last couple of days. Whatever it is about Christmas and Halloween, I get sick around every time this year, and we are suffering from a snowstorm. I have to go out and do some snow clearing later on. I don't even know how I'm going to survive it. It looks like Aradel out there from the Frozen movie. Apparently Frozen 3 inches is dropping in 2027. I think it's going to come a bit earlier than that because it's a crazy snowstorm out there, but there is no better way to spend a snowstorm than by recording videos of Descendants of Zombies. Having said that, if I don't die before the end of this video, guys, thank you so much for taking a YouTube channel that really had 5 subscribers and turning into a global phenomenon seemingly overnight. I had a passion for talking about Dove Cameron, and that's where it all started for me, and unquestionably Dove Cameron will receive recognition if I ever go down in history for being one of the greatest of all time, for being the girl who made me famous overnight. Because I took exception to how Dove Cameron was being treated, and I was very vocal about how I felt about how Dove Cameron was being treated by Ryan McCartan and Thomas Doherty, which was totally unacceptable. I think just because a girl is trying to figure out her place in the world and can't make sense of everything happening around her, it's not her fault. And I just wish more guys would realize that. And that's why people like Freya, Skye are dropping singles like Silent Treatment, which you will not hear the reason for why she dropped it in many of these reaction videos. People just review the music and tell you how they feel about it. But there's a powerful message in each one of these songs that Freya Skye drops, like Walk On Over from a while ago. It was uploaded a while back and it received over 18,000 likes. And it just puts into perspective, if a guy doesn't call you back or he doesn't really take you into consideration, then you should pretty much just move on and forget about it because you're a better person in the end of every conversation or every situation that you find up caught up within that you can't make sense of. Every one of our songs that we have seen from Freya Skye has been a beautiful song, and it's been a beautiful collaboration that I think a lot of people can relate to far more than ever given credit for. Even the collaboration for the Worlds Collide Tour, Gold's Gone, it was a beautiful 1.5 million views having been racked up for this music video, and I loved it so much because of just how much it touched everybody's heart, because you felt as if you were part of something special. You were part of the collaboration of that music video. Some of you were even featured in that music video, and that just goes to show how far Freya Skye has come in such a short amount of time. I can never seem to say enough nice things about Freya because she's just 16 years old and she still has a long way to go. And I think that being able to talk about everything pop culture related, everything video game related, has been so fun for me because I share that same kind of passion for collecting board games and video games like Freya Skye resonates with each and every one of you. Which is why I really appreciated the Q&A when she really let you guys know how she was feeling, about how she goes to McDonald's at 3 a.m. and gets a plain cheeseburger, because I've been victim of that too. Every night that I used to DJ and get off 3 a.m., I could be seen at the McDonald's drive-thru ordering a Big Mac or a plain cheeseburger. I can kind of resonate with how Freya Skye really feels because I feel sympathetic towards that. I also had a passion for collecting board games, and I just want to put it out there. If Freya Skye wants to have a board game night, I'm all in for that because I love 13 Dead End Drive. I love this old classic board game called Nightmare with the old classic VHS tape, the Gargoyles board game, the Monopoly Classic Edition. I even have the Disney version of that board game from 2001. So I can kind of find time in appreciating everything Freya Skye discussed with each and every one of you and that she lets you know about, because she's always keeping you updated on what's happening with her, which I think a lot of celebrities could learn from, because I find a lot of celebrities that you guys are fans of don't really keep you in that informative loop. Because I appreciate people who do keep you in that informative loop and let you know what's going on. Selena Gomez does it, Demi Lovato does it, Miley Cyrus has done it from time to time, not as often as she used to. But I find time in appreciating celebrities that just make you feel as if you're a part of something special. Victoria Justice was another girl that I was really fond of that used to do that too, because they made you feel as if you were part of something special. And Freya Skye is one of the latest ones to do that we can kind of resonate and relate to. And I wish we would see more often of this from more celebrities like Emily Osmond, who I was a big fan of years ago. I had the biggest crush on Emily. I thought she was the most beautiful girl from the Hannah Montana cast, and I thought never enough nice things could be said about her. And it's just so unfortunate that her marriage broke up a couple of months back after she had just, tied the knot with somebody and unfortunately had to move on. I think we get caught up in these situations that we can never seem to make sense of, but it's our friendships that mean so much to each and every one of us that we hold dear and close to our hearts. And I think that we've drawn inspiration from the stars from Descendants of Zombies because they've forever and always made us feel as if we're a part of something special. And I can never seem to thank people like Clarke and Freya, Skye enough for having done that for each and every one of us, because my rarity will never ever be forgotten. I've always wanted to go down in history for being one of the greatest of all time, and there are several people who are subscribed to this YouTube channel who refer to me as a GOAT, G-O-A-T, the greatest of all time. And thank you guys so much for that. I've been around for a very long time, and I've always wanted to go down in history for being one of the greatest of all time. Maybe not the greatest of all time, but one of the greatest of all time, most certainly. And because of each and every one of you helping me carve a legacy through the power of YouTube, I am most certain and feel more confident than ever before that I will go down in history for being one of the greatest of all time, having shared in my stories of being a fan of Descendants and Zombies with each and every one of you, which really has become the greatest honor of my life. I've invested $5,000 behind this YouTube channel. I've invested in a professional microphone, a professional camera, professional lights, stuffies, a game chair. I just bought a new computer system to enhance videos. So I've gone above and beyond the requirements of a YouTube creator to create these beautiful videos for Descendants and Zombies. And oftentimes people will ask me, hey, Jonathan Clarke, how can you create so many wonderful videos about Descendants and Zombies? Well, it's really easy. All you got to do is speak from your heart. You never prepare anything, and each time you push that record button, you never know what you're going to say, because when you yourself don't know what you're going to say, that creates a beautiful video, and people will continuously and forever and always remember you about how they could draw inspiration from every video that you uploaded. Because from the very first video that I ever uploaded on this YouTube channel, it all began with a promise about how I promised you guys I was going to upload the best Descendants and Zombies videos unlike anybody ever could. And I like to believe that some way or somehow I came through on that promise, and I've been able to upload so many wonderful videos that you guys have drawn inspiration from because of Descendants and Zombies. That be it the reason why you're here, because of Freya, Skye, Clarke, Descendants and Zombies. So let's talk about Descendants and Zombies. While Descendants and Zombies may be, separated by 0.2 of a margin in popularity, 6.4 for Descendants, 6.2 for Zombies, I think that both franchises have gone on to achieve so much rarity and recognition for the obvious reasons: the powerful script, how so many people draw inspiration from these characters, and time again, never enough videos seem to be uploaded about Descendants and Zombies. And again, guys, I do apologize for that, because some of these reviews in terms of reaction videos for Silent Treatment, more recently Snow Angels, you guys haven't been seeing the best reaction videos, and I wish more, really good reaction videos will be uploaded. Unfortunately for you guys, you can't find the great videos, so I've kind of wanted to make a difference and kind of wanted you guys to draw inspiration, or one can only hope, from every video that I've uploaded, because I have never felt more honored to be a part of these moments with each and every one of you that I got to share in each and every one of you on days like this when you can't get out through your door because of snow clearing and a massive snowstorm currently in progress. I lost Wi-Fi this morning, and I was still recording videos for you guys about Descendants and Zombies. So don't forget to smash my like button and to hit my subscribe button to show your love and support for every video that I've ever uploaded, because I've had so much fun recording and producing so many wonderful videos inspired from Descendants and Zombies. I saw Zootopia 2 the other day, and it was really cool seeing some of my friends from the professional wrestling industry like Dwayne Johnson, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, contributing their voices to the soundtrack of Zootopia, along with Shakira, who I haven't seen or heard anything from in years. That was a cool song she contributed to the soundtrack of Zootopia yesterday, I must say. It was a beautiful movie, and I've just loved being a part of every moment that I've ever been a part of and got to share with each and every one of you. So I will record one final video sometime between now and sunset tonight to offer you my prediction on Freya Skye's future and my thoughts on where I think she's headed, because I think promising things are in store for Freya Skye that deserve recognition and deserve to be discussed. Again, guys, thank you so much for all the love and support that you've shown this YouTube channel for what must feel like forever for everybody, because you guys have never left this YouTube channel, and you've always appreciated every video that's ever been uploaded, and I can never seem to say thank you enough, because you guys are some of the best fans in the world. You guys are the reason why this YouTube channel happens, and you're the reason why this YouTube channel will forever and always be here, because of Descendants and Zombies, a passion that undeniably has brought us all together. Thank you guys so much for really recognizing my nostalgic feel that I present for Descendants of Zombies, which is very different from every other video that you've ever seen about Descendants of Zombies, because we discuss everything pop culture related, if you haven't noticed, on this YouTube channel. There really is something here for everybody, and I take great pride in uploading these videos and putting so much heart and dedication into every video that I may have ever uploaded. There are over 600 plus videos, approaching 700, nearly 85,000 channel views having been racked up on this YouTube channel, with over 3,000 plus subscribers, making it one of the most revered, certainly, and one of the most popular Descendants of Zombies YouTube channels in the world. Thank you so much for making this happen for me and making one of my greatest dreams of all time, being a part of each and every one of your lives as your voice of Descendants of Zombies, ever more so much of a reality, guys. Thank you so much from my heart to yours. Thank you so much for having watched this video. Have a wonderful day. We will talk again just before sunset tonight. More about Freya, Skye coming at you on the official YouTube channel of yours truly, Jonathan Clarke Video Blogs. You have been watching the latest episode of Jonathan Clarke Video Blogs. Stay calm and zombie on, everybody, into that foreseeable future when it comes to Zombies 5 and Descendants 5, because the future for these franchises has never been more apparent, and especially when it comes to people like Freya, Skye, who could never have enough nice things said about them. Thank you so much for having watched this video.